Why should you get an inspection on a new construction?
I always tell people, a home is built by man, not by God. So it's not perfect. And so you're gonna have some issues there. And a lot of times things look great because it's fresh, it's new carpet, new floor. I'm excited. I went through this long, exhausting process of paperwork, looking around for the perfect home for my family, and now I found it.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that go on. Prime example, I just did a new construction today, and the dryer vent pipe was located in the wrong location. How many people purchasing a home is going to worry about where the dryer vent pipe is?
Right.
But down the line, this is going to cause problems because it's located above, right behind the condenser unit that communicates with the AC in the attic space.
And that could be a problem.
That could be a huge problem because all that lint builds up on that condenser, which could.
That's a fire hazard, isn't it?
It's a fire hazard, and also your life as far as from that condenser is going to be shortened tremendously.
Right.
So you'll find that out after everything, your warranties may be running out and things like that. So that's just one thing. But I found, just yesterday I did a new construction. Rafters of the roof framing members were cracked, multiple. And so those are things you're not going to be aware of unless you just have an eye for that. Daylight in the attic space.
Right.
Those are water penetration points.
Right.
The AC was leaking water on the house today, already in the pan that's underneath it in the attic space. Those are different components that you see. And some of the safety things I see a lot of times are this particular house, the electrical components didn't work properly as far as your outlets outside. You plug into them, everything looks proper, but they're not communicating with the safety features
Right.
that are there. So
yeah, because like you said, it's mostly people are focusing on the neighborhood they want to be, area, and schools and things like that. So they're not looking at the mechanics.
correct.
So they say brand new, and it may not necessarily mean that in fine print.
So the one thing I always try to tell people to look at, and once again, is cars. They can think about the cars. Which cars do you ever see recalls on? I want you to answer that. Is it new cars or old cars?
I would say like 10 years old or so.
So all those new cars are normally the ones you see that recall that comes up in those first few
Yeah,
years.
because it's immediate.
Because it's new.
They're the beta tested ones. Okay.
Nobody's driven them off the lot.
Right.
They got the commercials of them, they're great. Those are the ones that you most of the time see recalls on. Same as a home. Nobody's put pressure on this home. They built this home and it's ready to go for somebody to live in, but nobody's turned the electricity on and left it on. Nobody's turned on water and just left it running through faucets for an extended period of time. Nobody's opened and closed every window up and down, up and down. Nobody's turned that AC on and just let it run, heater, etc. So those are the things that I'm doing on there. That's when you'll be able to see how that home is going to perform. Now, maybe some things you still find out after you move in because you're going to put even more pressure on it, but I try to do the best of my ability. So to answer your question, absolutely, get a home inspection and have that done on your behalf.
I agree.